Well, hello everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic Wednesday. It is Wednesday, October 16th, 2019. It's a beautiful day down here in Texas. A little bit cooler than it has been, but that's kind of nice this time of year after a long summer. I hope your day is going just amazing as it is here down in Texas. So we're going to chat all things core cutting for the next hour. If you have a question, you want to talk about some news of the day, Netflix just announced their earning numbers, some good news there. They did talk about maybe cracking down on password sharing. I think they used the words push back a little bit on the edges of that. So maybe not a full-blown crackdown. And they are slowly growing, in some areas beating expectations, other areas not. So you want to talk about that? Let's dive into it. Now, if you're watching this on a replay, because I put these videos up live, or the live recordings up after we do the Q&A, you can join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here to talk all things core cutting. So check that out. Link in the show notes down below to our giveaway if you want to enter for a chance to win a $100 Netflix gift card and a a Roku Ultra 2019 that costs about $100. There you go. Link in the show notes if you want to enter the giveaway. So let's just share it across all social media. Wow, a lot of people here today. Zeus, Johnny, Yobo, Tyler, no sound. Uh-oh. There you go. There you go. In the show notes. All right, some people say they can't hear me, but when I turn on the volume, I can hear myself. So if you can't hear me, let me know, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so it's so great to see everybody here. We're going to give this another few minutes, and then I got something special to open up. It got here, so we'll give this a few minutes, and we'll open this up. But yeah, any news in the new NVIDIA Shield, Brian asks. No new news on the NVIDIA Shield. Nothing at this moment, at least. Has cleared some FCC issues there, and so it's going through the FCC process at this moment. But for now, we're either looking maybe November or maybe January. NVIDIA, who owns the NVIDIA Shield, has a habit of releasing their products at CES. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if this waits until CES 2019 or 2020. Wow, that's not that far away for that to come out. All right, so everybody says the sound's good. So if you were one of the people who said they couldn't hear me earlier, sorry, not sure why that happened, but it seems like most people can hear me. A little update, we're less than a month from Disney Plus coming out. We're just a couple weeks from Apple TV Plus. Apple TV Plus just hit Roku players out there. If you have it, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what you think of it. But let's maybe, should we do a little unboxing? Should we check out this? I'll do another video later, but there's a lot of people here who are regulars who've been coming here for weeks and months and years, and I'm incredibly thankful for your support. So let's do a little unboxing here of the YouTube plaque that we just got for hitting 100,000 subscribers. Hey Jess, it's good to have you here. So a little letter from the CEO saying congratulations on your 100,000. It's actually this is really good quality paper. They did not skimp on the paper for this. So a little letter from the CEO and a little card that says this has been inspected by Rick with great care. So Rick, thank you for inspecting our plaque. And then let's take a look at this here. So here we go, our 100,000 YouTube plaque. So thank you so much everybody who is a subscriber here, who helped us hit 100,000. About a year ago, we decided to start focusing on YouTube. We hit about 20,000 YouTube subscribers about a year and a half ago. And we kind of realized that people who are on YouTube are not always the same as the ones who are reading the site. So we decided to really start to focus on our YouTube channel. And a year and a half later, we went from 20,000 to 100,000 subscribers. Honestly, never thought we would get a plaque. Never thought we would hit 100,000. So thank you. I see so many of the names here. I'm not going to list them all off because I'd feel bad if I missed somebody. But you know who you are. The people who come here every single week, who join the conversations, who watch the Core Cutting Today videos, who are here and commenting and interacting, or even if you're not commenting and interacting and you're just watching, thank you. There's a lot of work. It's not just my work here. Special thanks to everybody behind the scenes. Jess, of course, who's in the chat right now, has really been a huge help at Core Cars News with the writing. But there's some people behind the scenes that you probably don't know. We have our website admin, who's been actually a guy I've known to help me with websites for years and years, even before Core Cars News. And he's helped a great amount to make Core Cars News reality. Becca, our office manager / kind of assistant for all things needed. If you ever call the office, or you probably see some emails from her if you email in from time to time, Becca does so much on the back end. And Tamara, who recently joined our team as an editor and as a writer, has been a great addition to the team. Jennifer, who's been a freelance editor for us for a while, unbelievable helpful. So thank you. There's people you see. There's myself here. There's Jess and Tamara now on the front end. But there's actually a lot of people in the back end of Core Cars News who you don't see, you don't really hear from, but without them, what we do here wouldn't happen. So thank you to everybody. Thank you for the kind comments. Thank you for joining us all the time and helping us out. So with that said, for now, let's see here. Will this fit right here? Oh, that doesn't fit right there. We'll put this right here. There we go. That works for there right now. But let's get into the questions now. So thank you so much. Hard to believe in a year and a half we've gone from 20,000 to where we said, hey, we're going to really focus on this, and now we have 100,000. So thank you. All right, let's get into the questions. So if you asked a question while I was doing that and I didn't answer it, re-ask the question, and I'll do my best to answer it, and we'll go from there. So let's get into the Core Cars News. I can slide this out a little bit more. There we go. A little bit better spot in the camera. I'll find a better spot in the office for that, but for today, just kind of, we'll just leave that there. So Paul says, since I'm a tester for Vidgo, will there be a second sub offering for sports channels? Vidgo has made it clear that when they go public with their full package, it will cost a little bit more, but it will include some additional sports channels, which is a really great feature. Let's see here. There we go. Thank you to everybody for the kind words. What's a certificate of appreciation for? Corps of Engineers, I got it for some work I've done with her. My wife's been active duty in the Army, and she was an engineer officer. So I got that with some work there. Teresa, thank you so much for those kind words. Any news on Sunday Ticket? Not now. We'll have to wait probably into the end of the 2021-2022 season, so not this season, but next season before a streaming package comes. The NFL has not taken their early out. That would have ended after this year, but they are now going to offer it. But now they are being very clear that they are planning to offer more options for NFL Sunday Ticket after the 2021. So keep that in mind. Am I planning to upgrade to the Pixel 4? Yes, I have pre-ordered the Pixel 4. It actually came out a really good time. About a month ago, I dropped my phone just right and it shattered it. So I've been kind of limping along on a broken phone because I knew the Pixel 4 was coming. So I've been waiting to take advantage of it. I was wondering if the new Apple TV app for Roku allows us to access all of our special features. That's a good question. They haven't really answered that question to me, but it's the first release. I wouldn't be surprised if additional features were added to it later. But as of right now, I think you can watch pretty much everything in your movie catalog and your TV catalog. Some special features may not be accessible, but I would expect them to be added soon. Is there any way to get Disney Plus with Hulu without ESPN? At this time, they have not announced any bundles that would not include ESPN Plus. If that happens, I'll let you know. My Roku streaming stick doesn't have the Apple TV app, the Chester. I have the 3600 model. NYC, that's not the purple model. Here, let me Google this. Roku Stick 36X. I gotta remember what exactly year model that was. Okay, so you have the first generation 2016 Roku Stick. I'm kind of surprised that's not included. I would have expected it to be included, but it's not. So unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you about that. More support could be coming very soon. Yes, the ALCS game was moved to tomorrow. Ohio State fans are very upset because that means that their football game that would have been on FS1 is going to the Big Ten Network. Jeff says he cannot access his iTunes library on it. Jeff, what exactly is the problem you're having with the new Apple TV app on Roku? Are you unable to log in? I've heard some people struggling with that, but most people say they were eventually able to log in. When I logged in, my movies and television shows were there when I went to the library tab. So I had to log in, go to the library tab, and there it was. So let me know if you're having some type of problem with that. Luke, which TV allows you to rescan for channels without deleting the current ones? Well, it should rediscover all the current ones. You shouldn't lose them when you rescan. I don't know of any TV, though, that says scan for new channels but not delete current ones. Thank you so much, everybody, for the very kind words. I really do appreciate it. Does AT&T TV Now still have NFL Sunday Ticket in select markets? I do not believe so. That was a test for last year, a test that the NFL forced AT&T to do, and I don't believe that they're doing that again this year. Luke, has Roku or Apple said anything about adding AirPlay 2 support to Roku players and Roku TVs? No. That has not been said, and from my understanding, that is not happening. It could maybe someday happen, but not right now. All right. Again, if you're new here, leave us a question. I'm going to do my best to answer them. If I don't quickly get there, if I can't instantly answer your question, I'll re-ask it, because sometimes when I'm answering one question, another one flies by. But real quick, before I answer more questions, I just put in the show notes here a link to our giveaway. We are giving away a Roku Ultra and a $100 Netflix gift card to one lucky viewer, one lucky reader. If you want to find out how you can enter for a chance to win, check out the link down below. Oh, Jeff says he's looking for his iTunes music library. Okay, yes. I don't believe that the Apple TV app on Roku includes Apple Music. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Apple Music someday came to Roku. I don't see why it couldn't. All right, I have a 2017 Roku Ultra 4K, but the remote doesn't have the power button on the remote. Yep, the 2018 version added the power button. You can go, Rod, if you go on Amazon for $19.99, they're selling a upgraded version of the remote, so you can get one with the power button and the volume control button, and then pair it to your older Roku. Before you buy it, check the supported models to ensure that your model is supported by that new remote. Linda, thank you so much. Speaking of BTN, why is it still not on Sling TV? Well, we do know that Fox has struck a new deal with Sling TV, but at this moment there's no word on that, including BTN. So we'll have to keep in mind. We'll have to keep our eyes open. I think the last time they struck a major deal like this with Sling, it took a month or two before it showed up. So we'll have to see if that comes to be. Luke, I'm surprised Disney hasn't announced yet that they're going to offer more of their TV shows to retailers like Amazon, etc., iTunes. At this moment, I don't know. They're definitely focusing all in on Disney Plus, so that's kind of where their focus is. Will the Apple TV app be coming to the Fire TV Stick soon? Yes, but I don't know when. So your guess is as good as mine on when that will happen. Luke, which would you say is better, Sling TV or YouTube TV? I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one, to be honest with you. I think they're both great options. And I know people hate it when I say that, but the truth is it really comes down to what you want. Which one offers the services and the features you want? So let me know if you have a personal preference, but my recommendation is to write down the channels you absolutely need. Be very selective. What is really a need and what's a want? That's very important to remember. But you check it out and see which one offers all the features and all the channels you want. And I'll be honest, I can find 100 people that will tell you Sling TV is the best. 100 people will say Hulu, YouTube TV, Philo, PlayStation Vue, AT&T TV Now, etc. Just because it's right for other people doesn't mean it's going to be right for you. So pick the one that's right for you. What's your advice on a TCL 32-inch 3 Series? Is that HD? I believe it depends on which version you get. Most of them are HD. Honestly, I don't have that particular one. I have several TCL TVs that I'm very, very happy with. All right, so does Amazon offer 1 month HBO deals? Sometimes they have offered deals like that in the past. I don't believe they're offering a free month of HBO right now, but you keep checking. You never know when that deal is going to pop back up. What's the difference between a Roku Ultra 2018 and a Roku Ultra 2019 SI? The 2019 version is slightly faster, slightly more powerful. Not dramatically so. You will see a minor difference, but if I didn't have them side by side, you probably couldn't tell the difference between them. Now, my recommendation would be if you have a 2018, you're happy with it, stay put. Now, if you're buying, I would say, hey, spend the extra $20. I think $10, $20, depending where you are right now, more for the 2019 version. Spend the extra money and go ahead and get the 2019 version because it is a little bit more powerful with it. And the real thing I like about the 2019 version is it offers programmable quick launch buttons. So you can go in there and you can say, hey, I want this button to launch Netflix, or I want that button to do that, etc. It's a pretty cool feature that is only available in the 2019 version at this moment, and I would encourage you to go ahead and spend that extra $10 to $20 to get that. I think the remote on the 2019 version is just better enough to justify that cost. So keep those questions coming. I'm going to do my best to answer all of them as quickly as I can. It has been a busy day over here at Core Cars News. Can you buy the 2019 Roku Ultra remote on its own? Not at this time. I would expect maybe someday in the future it will. So we'll keep our eyes open. If they ever put it for sale where it's available without buying the Roku Ultra, we'll let you know. We'll post about it over at corecarsnews.com. I'm planning on cord cutting from Xfinity. Would it be smart to just keep the internet and get rid of cable, or would I rather be saving money? We gotta shop around. Always shop around for your internet. Do not discount DSL. I know a lot of people just like to say, yeah, DSL is not worth it. I wouldn't necessarily just say that isn't worth it. So keep that in mind. You need to shop around. If you're not saving money, you're doing it wrong. And don't let them scare you. They'll try to tell you stuff and they'll try to make up whatever they can say. I've heard everything from, YouTube TV shutting down next week. Don't get it because next year it's going out of business. We've already heard that they're shutting down all their things. Don't always take their scare tactics. But run the math for yourself. You know what you're paying now, what you could pay. Shop around for internet and use that shop around against Comcast. So, for instance, if your local DSL makes you an offer and Comcast says, "Hey, we're going to charge you X for internet," say, "Hey, your competition's charging me Y. It's cheaper for this about the same speed." So keep that in mind. That you can go and negotiate a little bit with them when you cancel. But it's best to know what their competition is doing before you actually go ahead and make that. Offer. So if you call them and you don't have all your information and you just try to push them for a price cut, they're probably not going to do it without actually being able to say, "Oh, here's what your competition's actually doing." Here's a great question. Do you like Roku or Fire TV Stick 4K? I like both. I think they're both great. I think the Fire TV Stick has features that make it stand out. I think Roku has features that make it stand out. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. So get whichever one you like. It really kind of comes down to a personal opinion on which one that offers the features you enjoy. So check that out. It's really nice. We're at a nice point now where a few years ago I would have said, getting a Roku gets you these apps. The Fire TV has those apps, but they don't always have each other's apps. So there may be if you have this service, you need to get that player. If you have that service, you need to get that player. Those days are kind of long gone. Pretty much most streaming players now are available on most devices out there. So keep that in mind. All right, here's a great one. DSL Max is just 25 down here. Well, 25 down is actually more than fast enough to stream Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, PlayStation View, etc. So even if it's just 25 down, I cut the cord with just 10 down. And I was really excited when we got upgraded to 20 down internet. And I was a cord cutter, so it can happen. You don't need crazy fast speeds to be a cord cutter. It is definitely a caffeine kind of night. And something about Wednesdays, every Wednesday, I always try to say, hey, I'm going to take a little break in the afternoon. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do that. So I can take a break and rest up for the Q&A. And the last few weeks, that hasn't happened. I've just worked from 6 a.m. all the ways until 8 p.m. my time here to get around that. So hopefully next week will be a little bit better. We'll wait and see what happens. All right, so let's dive back into the Q&A here for the question. Luke, do you think iTunes should make it easier to log in without having to go through their old login system to have to answer questions to join? I think Apple is very annoying with their login system. One of the things I hate about Apple is having to enter my password when I want to get a free app. If I want to get a free app, why do I have to enter my password? I hate how Amazon emails me whenever I download an app to my Fire TV. It's incredibly annoying. I just downloaded a couple apps to test them out, and I got 3 emails in my account, for example, saying, oh, you made a purchase. I'm like, I made a purchase? Oh, wait, just tell me I got a free app on my Fire TV. So there's definitely, there's definitely annoyances on all devices. Let's just say that. Is there any online TV guide resource for local channels primarily? Titan TV. Titan TV is a really great one I would recommend. Just searching for Titan TV guide, and how you can build a custom channel guide for wherever you live and what service you're using. If I do a factory reset of my Fire TV Stick 4K, will help speed things up. It may until you load a bunch of stuff on it. My recommendation, if your Fire TV Stick's going slow, is remove any apps you're not actually using. That would definitely help. Is AT&T TV Now going to launch WGN America? Yes, at some point they will, but we don't know exactly when. Does Air TV work with Roku? Yes, it does work with Roku. The Sling TV Air TV will work with the Roku Sling TV app. All right. Chris, I don't understand. I recognize your QRZ page. What's a QRZ page? Oh, ham. Okay, yeah, I'm not a ham radio operator. Sorry, Chris. I recognize QRZ page. I don't understand, Chris. I'm not a ham radio operator. If there's something else out there, let me know. So here's a question everybody's having. Pepsi or Coke? Since I'm drinking Coke today. I am a Coke person a little bit more, but I can really go back and forth. It's not like I would be upset if you handed me a Pepsi at all. But if I'm in the store, recently I've been getting Cokes. Though I used to get the Pepsi throwbacks with the real sugar in it. I got that for a long time. Reliance, thank you so much for being a member of the YouTube channel and donating $5. Huge help to Core Cars News. If I subscribe to YouTube TV through the new Apple TV app on Roku, does it still pay Apple fees like on iOS? Actually, new subscribers can no longer sign up through iTunes or the Apple TV app for YouTube. You can watch on your Apple TV through the Apple TV app, but you need to go to the YouTube TV website, tv.youtube.com, create an account there, set up a username and password, and pay that way, and then take that and then log in to your Core Cutters apps there. So keep that in mind. Do we need a ham handle for Core Cutters News? Maybe we do. Dr. Pepper for the win. I'm actually not that far from the Dr. Pepper headquarters. By the way, they have a really cool museum. If you're ever in Waco, Texas, go check out the Dr. Pepper Museum. Skip those chip and gain things. Okay, my wife absolutely loves going up to Magnolia there, but go to the Dr. Pepper Museum. Really cool, great for the whole family, a lot of fun. Check it out. If we're going to be off topic, any good soundbars you're going to recommend? I actually really enjoy the new Roku soundbar. I'm waiting to test out the new Fire TV soundbar. Now, if you want the Alexa built in, I would tell you to wait until the new Fire TV soundbar comes out, and let's test that out because it's coming from Amazon, so you would assume it'd be the best Alexa integration to a Fire TV soundbar. So we're going to wait and see what happens there. And I know it's made by a third party in partnership with Amazon, but it's their first officially stamped one, if that makes any sense. Do I think the Apple TV app will be worth it? I'm going to reread that. Apple TV Plus app. That's hard. As of right now, what we know of, there's just going to be a small handful of shows. And if you're really excited, you like those shows, then yeah, it's definitely worth it. If you're not excited about the shows, then it's not worth it. I think Apple's being smart by saying, hey, we're going to wait a year. If you buy a new Apple product now, you get a year free of Apple TV Plus. I think that deal's coming out. It may not be active right now. That could give Apple a full year to build a catalog of content that justifies that price. We'll have to wait and see, though. Just looking on the front end, $5 a month for maybe 8 shows or so, 6 or 8 shows, something like that. We'll have to wait and see if it's really worth that. At this moment, I don't know. I don't know if I would pay $5 a month just for those shows. Have I tested out the new Fire TV soundbar? Not at this time. I have tested out the new Fire TV Cube, but if we can get our hands on the new Fire TV soundbar, we will be testing it. I have tested out the new Roku and the new Walmart on Roku soundbar, but I have not tested out the Fire TV one. It is something I've asked Amazon for a review unit, and if I don't get one, I'll probably buy one to test out myself. Luke, what's going on to AT&T TV now? It goes down and video freezes all the time. It's all sync. Yeah, unfortunately, I have not been able to figure out exactly why that is happening. So unfortunately, that's interesting. Thank you to Jeff for tweeting at us that link there. Unfortunately, I have not been able to backtrack. I got distracted, lost train of thought. Sorry, live TV, it happens. Have not been able to get a hold of AT&T to really give us a clear thought pattern on what they're doing to address the recent issues they're having, the ongoing issues. Now, everyone out there does have issues. So it's just unfortunately the reality that cable TV goes down, core content services go down. AT&T does seem recently to have a little bit more than their fair share at times. But with that said, it's a great service. If it meets everything you want, does what you want to do. I was watching football with it last weekend. No buffering, no freezing. So it really some of it's a little bit on your part too. If you're getting excessive everyday freezing and buffering, weak Wi-Fi is probably the most common cause of that. Keep that in mind. Luke, how can I cancel DirecTV without paying penalties? Unfortunately, you can't. You signed a contract. So you can ask them when their contract when your contract comes up, so you can start planning for when that contract comes up for the end where you can cancel without a penalty. All right, what is the ideal download speed for online gaming? Online gaming can vary. I would say about 100 down for online gaming, but for streaming, 25 down is plenty for most streaming services. Really, anything over 100 down, if all you're doing is streaming Netflix, is not going to get you're not going to be able to get anything out of that. It just, there's diminishing returns, as they say. Which OTA receiver allows for channel adding upon scan? I'm not sure. If anybody knows a particular tuner that will add new channels without deleting any old ones, they shouldn't. If you're receiving a signal, they'll just pick it up and keep it there. Let me know. Okay, Jess, thank you. Jess says, any eligible Apple product purchased after September 10th will give you a free trial starting November 1st. Jess, and it's a free year, correct, Jess? So starting November 1st, if you bought a new iPhone or an iMac or whatever that were just announced, it's a free year, right? I believe that's how it is. You know, Colin, I have not bought a new Apple product this fall, so I'm unsure about getting that free year of Apple TV. IMDb has the Incredible Hulk TV show. That's a great deal there. So let's keep moving along here real quick. I'm going to play a quick 15, 30-second ad because that allows me to be able to pay Jess. So hang in here for me for a few seconds. If you're going to see an ad, this will be very quick. If you are not seeing the ad, I just put a link in the show notes to our giveaway. We're giving away a $100 Netflix gift card, and we're giving away a 2019 Roku Ultra to one lucky reader or viewer. You can enter in that giveaway for a chance to win it. So keep that in mind. All right, so everybody keep those questions coming. I'm going to do my best to answer it as soon as the ads are done. It should be done here in a few seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. Jeff asked if we're still on for the podcast tomorrow at noon Eastern. We're actually moved that podcast to 1 p.m. Eastern now. We now do the podcast on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. It just kind of works better with the scheduling on my end. So 1 p.m. Eastern every Thursday, Jess and I are live talking all things cord cutting, and at the end of it, we answer a few questions. What's a good download speed for streaming services? It doesn't really change. You need at least 20-25 down is what I recommend. Really, if all your streaming is video, anything over 100 down, you're going to not see a huge return on. So keep that in mind. All right, so Bill says his Vizio TV has what they call a partial scan. So, excuse me, that's a pretty cool feature there. All right, so if I haven't answered your questions, please re-ask them. We will do our best to answer it. If I have answered your question, hopefully we give you the answer you wanted. Every single model of every TV does all channels when rescan. Not all, apparently all, because Bill says his Vizio does not do that. So, which is a pretty cool feature there. Luke, I did prepay for 3 years of Disney Plus and took advantage of that deal. I'll probably have it just for work anyways, and I have kids, and I have a spouse who loves Disney Plus or Disney content, so Disney Plus is perfect. Last week was Friday because of Luke's schedule. Yeah, sorry about that. That was on me. There was a conflict of scheduling on my part, but we will be back this Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern right here. All right. Thank you so much, LV Media Group. What the motto of TV is that, Bill? Do we need a credit card for the Amazon 90-day free trial of their HD streaming service? I think you need some type of payment method on file. Why did Roku do away with the new tab on their Fire TV? I am not sure why they did away with that. My guess was because they knew the Apple TV app was coming and they didn't want people to see the Apple TV app in the Just Added section before they were ready for people to find it. So they removed it. Hopefully that means they'll re-add it. But they haven't said why they removed it other than they occasionally look at that kind of stuff. Luke, given what seems to be high demand for Disney Plus, do you think their streaming service will be able to support the initial release? If anybody can do it, Disney, because they have that huge back end of streaming that they use for things like ESPN and more. So huge demand in streaming is not necessarily new to Disney because they run ESPN and all those other service channels too. But it definitely will tax them. We'll see. All right. DirecTV Now was way better than AT&T TV Now. That's kind of weird because they're exactly the same thing. The only difference with AT&T TV Now is a different name. Same app, same back end, some different packages, and that's about it. All right. If you have a question, let me know. Fourth time I asked, do you know a streaming service that carries AXS TV other than Sling TV? Not off the top of my head, but let's take a look real quick. Paul, have you gone to Core Cars News and did you take a look at our chart? So if you go to the Beginner's Guide in Core Cars News, one of the options there is a live TV streaming chart. And in this chart, it has all the 8 major streaming services. And it has a nice chart where you can see which ones are out there. So, I'm not sure. I believe Sling TV is it, but I can't sit here and dig through it. But check out that chart, pull a link to it there, see if it's included on any others. AXS TV is on Philo and is on Sling TV. Luke, can I tell the difference between high-res music and standard def? No, not really. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I'm not a huge music person. It's probably because I don't have a high-end sound system, too. You know, I'm just using standard earbuds, basically. Now, I do have a pair of Bose Quiet Comfort for when I fly, but that's it. I don't really even use it that much other than when I'm flying. So I'm not a big audiophile head, whatever they call themselves, unfortunately. When does Disney Plus launch? It launches in November, so a couple weeks from now, less than a month. So while we sit here, you know, a lot of people have come in and joined us. So let's take a special moment one more time to say thank you. So many people have come in that are here every single week, that are always chatting and watching the Core Cutting Today videos, all kinds of stuff. Year and a half ago, we had about 20,000 subscribers. And at that time, we really weren't focusing on the YouTube channel. We made a decision, the company here, to say, hey, let's really focus on the YouTube channel. A year and a half later, 100,000 subscribers. Probably tomorrow we'll hit 110,000. So a huge thank you to everybody. I can't believe that we got 100,000 subscribers. This is really cool. And yeah, I just can't believe it. So thank you to everybody out there. I'm really, really thankful. Without you, without your support, that wouldn't have been possible. So thank you. The other thing is a quick update on the Core Cars News Lab. So carpet cleaners came and cleaned it because it kind of had a weird, so back up real quick. I announced recently, and some people may not know this, we rented the office suite next to our current office suite, and that's going to turn into our YouTube office review lab, whatever you want to call it. We had carpet cleaners in there doing some carpet cleaning today. Painters come tomorrow. We have some handyman coming in there to do some cleaning and more in there to try to get it all ready for us to shoot videos in there. So hopefully here in about a month, maybe less if we can get to it, we will be moving into our new YouTube lab, and I'll probably be doing these Q&As from there. We'll be doing more videos and stuff, have some cool ideas that we'll be doing there. So check that out, that we will, check out our YouTube channel if you're not a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, because we have big plans coming where hopefully we can give you even better coverage of how to save money, but still watch the TV shows you like to watch. All right, the Blind Family AT&T TV Now. My new Insignia TV does a total scan. Yeah, I think most TVs do total scans, wipe out everything there, but it should re-pick up the stations you had. Any news about Amazon selling Tableau DVRs? Not at this time. Last time I checked, they were still not up for sale, unfortunately. And no statement as to why. Let's go quickly hit the Google search, see what pops up. All right. As of this moment, no, Tableau DVRs are still not for sale on Amazon, unfortunately. How much does that cost me? The new Office? It's actually a really good price because we already rented the one next to it. On average, how often do streaming channels update their software? Fubo TV really needs a view screen. The apps get updated regularly. If you have a particular feature you want to get, I would send them a email asking, because they are actually really good about listening at these different services and taking your feedback and trying to implement them where they can. So if you have an idea for Fubo or Sling TV, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, drop them an email, send them the contact us, let them know what they think. Will the $12 a month Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus bundle be available when Disney Plus launches? You would think it would, but at this moment, we don't have any additional information on that bundle. My 3-year-old Toshiba allows a partial scan. That's pretty cool. I had never had a TV that allowed partial scan, so learning something new today. I have AT&T TV now streaming, and I was wondering if my username and password for my would work on apps for like MTV. Yes, some of them will work. Off the top of my head, I don't have a full list. I think MTV will be one of the apps out there that works. But some apps now just list AT&T TV, and that will be the one you have to use to log in. Robert says Sling TV needs updates app for the Xbox One, so I can watch my locals over there. They did just add some new features to Xbox, but yes, I don't believe they have all apps there yet. Jeff, you are correct. AT&T TV Now is just the new name for DirecTV Now. The only difference between DirecTV Now and AT&T TV Now is a name change. The apps are the same, etc. John asks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Which streaming device has the most beautiful user interface? I can find people who will pick different apps there. Like you said, eye of the beholder. There's really no right or wrong answer in that. Mule, good to have you here. Sorry you got here late, but it's good to have you here. I called Spectrum, dude. All right, so I have a Sharp Roku TV at Oda 10 on my along with Pluto TV. But over there, TV channels show up in Pluto TV. Yes, if you have an antenna connected to a Roku TV, Pluto TV will integrate that into your Pluto TV guide. So it's a pretty cool feature. All right, everybody, if you have any last questions, get them in. I got 10 more minutes. But yeah, very excited. I'm very excited for the new studio. Finally, we've been looking for all kinds of places, all kinds of ways to get more space. This current situation, moving this new studio, is kind of a temporary stopgap until we can really figure out going forward what we're going to do. Because of just some bad luck trying to find office space, we're going to use this space. It's not perfect, but it's going to give us some cool features, hold us over until we figure out a better long-term office solution. So very, very excited about this. I really hope that this will give us an opportunity to build something even better here to offer even better quality YouTube videos and more. So fingers crossed that will all come together. Luke, as Hulu added support for live TV sections on the Fire TV? Yeah, you can watch live TV through Hulu on the Fire TV. Yes, if that's what you're asking, their live TV service is available on the Fire TV. Let me back up to a question. So the Blind Family asked a question. When ATSC 3.0 comes out, will the weather radio function work on USB digital TV tuners? We'll have to wait and see, the Blind Family. We don't know. None of them are being commercially sold, so I can't promise you what features will be included with them at this time. But as soon as we learn more, as soon as they come on the market, we'll be covering all that. Luke, I noticed that my iPhone on AT&T says 5GE. Is this 5G or LTE Plus? It's a little bit faster than LTE, but it's not 5G. It's 5G Evolution, which AT&T says is like their bridge step moving towards true 5G. Luke, are you going to do the Q&A from the new studio? Yes, the goal will be to move the Q&A from my home to my studio. Because right now, when I do this, I have to set up the lighting, take the camera down. This home office is just not very good quality for audio and video here. So we'll have, hopefully, move over. When we move over into the new studio, hopefully the audio and video quality will improve. Luke, why don't your t-shirts have pockets? I don't know. Those are just the ones that, that's just something that YouTube offers as a feature. We can put our logo on it. They kind of maintain that through their Teespring partnership there. KZ says, we just canceled cable. Do digital antennas work? Yes, I think digital antennas are a great option out there. And I would highly encourage you to try it out. Go to antennaweb.org, antennaweb.org, enter your address there, and see what you can get with an antenna before you buy one, because that will also allow you to decide if you really want to get if you want to get a antenna. Does it offer you the challenge you want and more? So keep that in mind. Luke, when is the new Fire TV sticks coming? Your guess is as good as mine. They have not announced new Fire TV sticks. Bill, yeah, unfortunately, they do not offer 4X and 5X there. I asked them about it and I never heard back. I'll follow up on that. All right, Brian says, I forgot to thank you for the video you did yesterday with the Apple TV app for Roku. Thank you so much for watching it. Huge help. Where is the best app that Roku and Apple TV could come out with? Thanks. Not sure I fully understand the question, Brian, but I do think that the new Apple TV app on Roku really shows off what Roku can do. I really do think that it's a nice high-end app experience there that is quite impressive. So I would highly recommend you check it out. Luke, I saw the AMC On Demand store. I like it. I hope they get to add movies anywhere as a retailer soon. Yeah, I love competition, so it's great to see one there. Oh, Bill says he just ordered. Oh, Bill, they added it. Wow, okay, maybe my email landed. I misread your earlier comment. I know you've been asking for the 5X. It's great to see that they've added that there. All right, everybody, I think we're going to wrap this up. It's been a long day. I'll take one last question from Johnny. Am I disappointed with no new devices from Google I/O, no new Android TV, etc.? No, I just kind of expected it. I know Google said that they're putting more effort behind Android TV. I'm just not seeing it, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I don't think Android TV is dead. It just feels like they're focusing more on cable boxes for Android TV than they are on cord cutting. I'll be very interested to see what the new NVIDIA Shield does, and we'll see. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for that 100,000. I know I've shown this off a few times, but this is really mind-boggling to me. I cannot believe this happened. Thank you. Really thank you. Again, special thank you to Jess, our first full-time writer that joined the team. Becca, who you don't really know about, who did so much behind the scenes as our office manager, and she's kind of my assistant, does a lot of research and different things, answers a ton of the emails. Becca is amazing. Tamara recently joined the team. Unbelievably great job. She's really doing a great job filling in her role over here, Core Cars News, with some writing, some editing. Some of those new graphics you're seeing on the site, some of those new images, like the cool Apple TV app with the Roku logo and all that kind of stuff. Tamara's doing that. Jennifer, our freelance editor, huge thank you to her for many years of help. And Rachel, who was the very first full-time employee at Core Cars News, has since moved on as her husband's work took them out of state. She had to move out of state a while back. So huge thank you to Rachel for your help last year when you worked here full-time as our first full-time employee. Becca and Tamara and Jess, it's so great to have you here at Core Cars News. Thank you to everybody for your support. I'm going to quickly hit a 30-second ad, but don't forget, let me grab that link. We're giving away a $100 Netflix gift card, a Roku Ultra to one lucky reader. If you want a chance to enter to win, click that link in the chat, link in the show notes down below. You don't have to do all those ways to enter, but the more you do, the more chances you get to enter to win. So huge thank you to everybody. I really appreciate your support. Thank you to people like Reliance for subscribing to the channel for $5 a month to help support it. Let me play this ad. Very thankful for your support. Hang out here for 15 seconds. It's a huge help to us. To everybody else, just a huge thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Check back tomorrow. We'll be live at 1 p.m. Eastern for the podcast, 1 p.m. Eastern. Jess and I will do our weekly podcast, of course, available on demand afterwards. And we will, of course, have our core cutting today tomorrow. So thank you to everybody so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. If you missed any part of this, it will be available on demand here shortly as soon as this Q&A ends. It takes a little bit, but then it uploads to the channel as a video. So if you missed any of these videos, check back and you can watch the full Q&A here, or check our full catalog. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Special thank you to everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.